We're going to play a little game. You give me the unit, and I'll make the choice. Okay, we're going to play a little game here, and this is kind of, now we get very specific.
Yeah.
We make a broad choice on the game. You give me the choices, units, coach, quarterback, I'll make a pick.
All right. Colin, which head coach has the advantage in the Super Bowl? Andy Reid and the Chiefs or Nick Sirianni and the Eagles?
Easiest choice. This is Andy Reid, who is 33-7 as a coach, including the playoffs off a bye. So this is the best bye coach of all time. Listen, he is one of 3 coaches ever to appear in 6+ Super Bowls. Don Shula, Belichick, the others. That's an easy one.
We wanted to give you a layup to start. Let's go for another easy one. Quarterback, Colin. The guy named Mahomes or Jalen Hurts of the Eagles?
Second easiest one, because I do think there are moments with Hurts behind that O-line when that offense is humming, and they are hard to stop. I mean, he has great games, although I don't think he's a great quarterback. I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes. 17-3. This is insane.
Okay.
In a conference with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, he is 17-3 in the playoffs. He's won 9 straight.
Decent.
Since that Burrow loss at Arrowhead, dude, he's won every big game.
Okay.
Every one.
A third straight gimme for Colin. Running backs, Colin. Chiefs or Eagles? The Chiefs by committee or the near MVP, Saquon Barkley?
Easy one, Philadelphia, and you have to also consider the offensive line. That is part of it. Listen, I think Walter Payton's the best running back I've ever seen. Barry Sanders probably second. Then you get into kind of a Christian McCaffrey class, Adrian Peterson. I think he's in that class. I think, listen, this is nothing against the O-line for Philly because it's dominant. I think that when he's jumping over people, like, I'm
backwards.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I get speed, I get durability, I get toughness. He can catch it out of the backfield. That's an easy one.
All right, not a layup. Wide receiver. Which group has the advantage? The Chiefs with D-Hop, Worthy, and Hollywood Brown, or the Eagles with A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and I guess I should mention Jahan Dotson.
Philadelphia. This is how good Philadelphia is. Devonta Smith is almost forgotten on this team. And if you think about it, he had almost 70 catches. So the Chiefs did not have a 1,000-yard receiver this season, including the playoffs. So in terms of a 1 and 2 combo deal, we talk about that in pro basketball. A.J. Brown is a top 3 to 4 receiver in the league. Devonta, maybe the most talented number 2 receiver, he and T. Higgins in the NFL. So that's an easy one.
All right, this is kind of easy. Tight end, Colin. Who you got? The Chiefs featuring Kelsey and Gray, or the Eagles featuring Goddard and Calcaterra?
Well, I'm going to go Travis Kelsey in what I believe is his last big game. And I also think there is a Gronk-Brady quality that in these really big spots, Kelsey tends to get youthful. We've seen this before. You think he's kind of shot, and then all of a sudden he has 11 targets and 9 catches. I'll go Travis Kelsey.
All right, now offensive line, Chiefs or Eagles, this is challenging. Obviously, the Chiefs had 2 All-Pros, but the Eagles have arguably the best offensive line in the league. Who you got?
I think Philadelphia. I think basically an offensive line has to be defined to a large degree by left tackle. And I think the Eagles may have the best left tackle in the game. I mean, listen, Joe Thuney is perhaps the most underrated offensive lineman in the sport. The fact that they could move him from guard to left tackle, and he was excellent, that is rare. You're not moving Quentin Nelson to left tackle, are you? I mean, the great guards in this league don't play tackle.
I think he tried.
All
right.
Yeah.
You want to go to defense now? This is difficult. We'll do the defensive front 7. Chiefs or Eagles? We know Chris Jones leads the Chiefs, but the Eagles with Jalen Carter, Zach Vaughn. This is a tough one, Colin. Who you got?
I like Kansas City.
Oh, come on.
I think this is...
What?
I think this is the part of the Chiefs that is really overlooked. First of all, Chris Jones can move anywhere on the defensive line. George Karlaftis, 3 sacks in a couple playoff games. And he's also a playmaker. You can put Nick Bolton in the box. I think Kansas City is the best tackling team. I also think these guys have now played together several years. They are... Spags can dial up exotics, shifts. I think this defensive front for Kansas City is the secret sauce. You start looking at them against Houston, Buffalo, Baltimore in key situational spots, red zone. They rise to the occasion.
By the way, Eagles went into Baltimore and smashed the Ravens. Just pointing that out. First disagreement. Anyways, now let's go to the secondary. This is also difficult. Chiefs, led by McDuffie, or the Eagles, who have a bunch of young guys, but man, that's a no-fly zone.
Okay, but I'm going to take Trent McDuffie. Listen, the Eagles have 2 rookie DBs in the biggest sporting event in America. I think that with Andy Reid having a couple of weeks to prepare, they're going to put in stuff to make those rookie corners of Philadelphia make choices in big spots, in congested areas. So I think Kansas City's secondary will play better than Philadelphia's, though I would argue overall against most teams, Philadelphia's appears better.
Yeah, I got to be honest, that's a shocker. I think the internet's going to have fun with that one. And finally, let's go to special teams and the kicker, Harrison Butker, who has been on an absolute heater. Hasn't missed a field goal in the playoffs since the last Super Bowl against the Eagles. 15 for 15. Yeah. Or Jake Elliott, who is much maligned in Philly right now, shall we say.
Yeah, this is an easy one. If it comes down to field goals, Kansas City is going to win going away. Harrison Butker. Listen, the only one that – listen, I think the Chiefs' defensive front is wildly underrated, and because Jalen Carter is a new phenomenon, and he's not 100%. He's been sick all week. I think Chris Jones in these big spots has an Aaron Donald quality. He just plays – and I'll say this, between Mahomes, Chris Jones, and Travis Kelce, they're just better in these games. They play above themselves, and without playing above themselves, they're Hall of Fame level players. And I think you have your pick next hour. We have Julian Edelman and your pick.
And let's just say you and I disagree significantly on the game, Colin.
You think Philadelphia's defense is much better than Kansas City's, and I think Kansas City's defense is sneaky good.
I'll have some good numbers for you. Quinyon Mitchell, the young cornerback. I mean, what he did against Scary Terry McLaurin and 2 matchups against Puka Nacua this year, I mean, he's a lockdown defender. He take away one of your stars, Hollywood Brown, D-Hop.
Xavier Worthy.
Well, Worthy scares me because I told you I bet his prop. You can move him around. He's a chess piece. He's going to be all over the place. I think I'm going to go Eagles here, Colin. I think. We'll see.
So I still contend this is going to look like the Brady, New England, Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll, Marshawn Lynch Super Bowl, where the better overall roster, Seattle, loses late on a situational play by New England's defense. I think the head coach and the quarterback clearly are edges to Kansas City, and I think it's a close game. Listen, Kansas City doesn't lose close games, and it's not going to be a blowout.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.